Hello there YouTube, this is Free Russia channel, Mikhail speaking. I will talk about ongoing battles and changes on the map from the north to the south. The first piece of action is happening almost near the border of Russia and Ukraine. It is these two villages right here, Dvorichne and Khiryankivka. The Russians were slowly pushing and capturing this village for about 2 weeks now, and as we can see, they are almost captured the second one. There is still a battle going on as of right now. The Russians are pushing, and I believe in a day or two this settlement will be captured. After the capture of this village, I believe Russians will try to capture this settlement right here and this settlement right here. So these two settlements. However, this river can become a major obstacle for Russian forces, as they are known for not being very effective at crossing rivers. Next, we have a Liman front. We can see that Russians are slowly advancing somewhat successfully. We can see that they are attacking almost everywhere on this front. Obviously, their first objective is to capture less bigger settlements like Yampil, Zarichne, Yampivka, Terny, Ivankivka. I don't think that there would be any major breakthrough. I think frontline in a few weeks would look something like this. I believe Russians will slowly push, but overall without major success, as we saw it in previous battles. In the last day, Russians were pushing Krasnaya Gora from all directions, and we can see that the Krasnaya Gora is finally captured by Russian forces. I don't think that Ukrainian troops were on a ride. I think they had retreated, fighting off and in good order. Like I said previously, Ukrainian army still have Praskofievka to defend and operational road, although Russian armies are creeping very close. I'm actually doubting now that this road can be used, as there are little, like what is it, like less than a kilometer, 500 meters. AK-47 effective at this range. So actually what I think is that Russians are here now. This road is not operational. And if this road is not operational, well, then Praskofievka will be lost in the near future as well. There is still a road right here, right, that goes from Bakhmut, and if Ukrainians wants to defend Praskofievka, they can still send supplies from Bakhmut, but Bakhmut itself is in big trouble. Now Bakhmut, it's all pretty quiet on Bakhmut. There is no reports of any big fights or battles, and there is no Russian breakthroughs as well. It would seem that Russian troops had finally wasted their advance potential and probably regrouping and waiting for other more successful advancements from other fronts. There are reports that Russian troops are trying to capture Ivanovsky and somewhat had stopped attacking towards Chasiv Yar. One of the reasons why, I think, is that Russians have to attack this way and Ukrainian positions are somewhere right here, and if Russia were to attack this way, it will be easily counterattacked by Ukrainian army. So I guess Russian commanders understand that, and they decided to go a better and safer route, not to expose their flanks too much, and they are going to, again, Ivanovsky. And if they were to capture Ivanovsky, they can attack Bakhmut from the west and try to attack and cut off this road here. Obviously, this road will be absolutely unoperational at the point of Ivanovsky capture, and after capturing this road, maybe capture here and cut off the railroad that goes here. So Russian operations on this front are extremely important for Bakhmut itself. We can see that Russians are unable to capture Bakhmut with blunt force, so they are trying to maneuver around it. To recap, I think the Bakhmut city will fall if Russians were to do this. Capture Ivanovsky first, cut off this road, then attack Bakhmut, so Ukraine would use more troops and ammunition, then attack towards this direction, capture this little part of the city, and finally cut off every communication and supply with Bakhmut. And that would be the end of Bakhmut city. We'll see what will happen. If that would to happen, I believe it will take about a week or two, because again, we see that Russian advancements are really, really slow. They are attacking and losing a lot of troops and tanks. Now, speaking about losing a lot of troops and tanks, nothing says it like Vuhledar. The attack that everyone was talking about happened a day ago, and it was towards this village of Bokhaivlinka. I'm not sure exactly why Russians decided to attack towards this little village. I would assume that because of its location and the roads that supply basically every settlement around it, Russians thought that this is their communication and supply hub and tried to attack it. Maybe their guess was that if they were to capture this, all this region would be useless for defense standpoint and Ukrainians would withdraw. If you saw those videos on YouTube or anywhere else where Russian columns are getting absolutely wrecked, that's somewhere here towards this village here. This defeat was so serious that there are rumors that a lot of people in Russian command will lose their jobs and maybe even their heads. Overall, Russia had achieved much more this day than any other day this week. Everywhere but Vuhledar, they have achieved some minor success. Again, the Krasnaya Hora is captured, and there are somewhat successful attacks towards Liman. Although again, it will be slow and painful for Russia, and it will end up with great loss of human life. So this is it for today. If you like my content, please like, subscribe, comment, and always remember, Russia will be free.